$17,000, $15,000, $5,000. I haven't earned that much money back on them. One of them is broken. One of them is having consistent issues. Well, there's a warranty or something, right? No. Well, there's at least support from the company, right? No. I've got like $37,000 of crypto mining investments that's just absolutely blowing up in my face. I'm Vosk, you're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I've been working hard building out the VoskCoin mining farm. And today I'm going to show you some machines and more importantly, a company that you should probably stay away from. I was supposed to be earning $38 a day with this machine, $31 a day with this other machine, and then $6 a day with the third machine. How much do they earn now? They're supposed to be earning $7 a day after I account for my electricity bill, $6 a day after I account for my electricity bill, and $1.70 a day after I account for my electricity bill. They also no longer have the dual mining capability because Zilliqa, the ZIL cryptocurrency, rugged crypto miners. Wow, what a shitty shitcoin. Seems to be the theme, right? Is my electricity bill eating heavily into these mining profits? Yes and no. I mean, the electric factor here is approaching 50%, 40 something percent. It costs me $5.58 a day at 7.5 cents per kilowatt hour to run the Bombax EZ100 Pro, and it's supposed to profit me $7 a day or $12.50 minus the electricity bill there. All of this is calculated here on Mining Now. There's a new Ethereum classic dominant miner beast, the Jasminer, the X44-P. This has been coming out soon for a couple years, and I'll explain why later. I would never buy this. And let's kind of get to the point here. So these are Bombax miners. I have a contact at Bombax. They were really cool out of the gate. They were very engaged. We had the opportunity to review some hardware early, which was cool and exciting. And I love the fact that they made what they called a cozy edition. And this machine is basically quiet and easier to run, low power, low heat. It's very good and approachable and lowering the barrier to entry to at-home small scale crypto mining. The company wasn't only active with me in a Telegram DM and group chat. They were attending Mining Disrupt. They were out there, and you wonder, hey, is this like one of the new big up and coming crypto mining companies, right? You know, some crypto companies that I don't think are particularly fantastic but have stayed around, right? Like Ice Miner showed up and they're still here, they're still making stuff, they're still engaged, they'll reply to you. Gold Shell, same thing. AlphaPex, right? Just to name a few. Bombax is completely MIA. I was never able to get support in updating my miner. These mining rigs have been so frustrating. You can see my EZ100-P has gone offline again. I've had issues with this thing, not only just staying online, and this isn't something I can remote into the mining farm. I'm gonna have to go there, get on site, see if it's just a power cycle or has the power supply failed or something else. These things are so poorly built that it actually vibrated off of my shelf, which I happened to be recording it at that time, which was pretty weird and crazy. I've run so many mining rigs out here on the mining farm and none have ever fallen off a shelf except for this one. It's actually the B machine. The one that's still working is the one that dive bombed itself off the freaking mini pod shelf there. I mean, these are very expensive machines. Like if you even want to go and buy one now, they're not really being actively produced to my knowledge. They don't seem to have new batches, lower prices, whatever. It's still really one of the best Ethereum classic miners you can buy. EZ100, Coin Mining Central affiliate link and a coupon code down in the video description below. 16 grand, 4 grand to get the C, the cozy edition as they call it, smaller one there. You go and look at the X44-P. A lot of resellers aren't even stocking that. You just see the older Jasminers here for Ethereum classic mining. And then Bitmain semi-recently came out with the E11, probably worst in class Ethereum classic miner for hash rate and efficiency. The E11 is not super impressive out of the box, or at a glance. You see a lower hash rate, 9 gigahash a second. but when you actually zoom in on it and you see the efficiency, it's 0.26 joules a mega hash, and the Bombax miners are 0.18. I was thinking of a different mining rig. So the E11s are less efficient, and I don't love Bitmain miners at all, and I've had a lot of issues with them, but what I can say is that there is better warranty support, and I recently just talked about how poor some warranty support is with Antminers. But like, my EZ100-C is broken, and I don't even like have anywhere to buy a replacement part, anything, nothing. So I'm gonna have to open that up and see if I can just rig up a power supply in there and basically wire it myself. Not the biggest deal, but it's not something the average person wants to do. The power supply is also inside of the EZ100-C. So I'm gonna have to take it apart. It's not just a quicker swap, and it's there attached on the side of the machine, and it's really not that old. I haven't had these miners barely a year. I mean, that was a first batch date of June 2024. I think I got the EZ100 in May 2024 and the Pro, and I believe in the beginning of June 2024 or sometime around that. I actually got the machine in. I was the first one to get hands on it and review it, because it was actually the same machine shown at Mining Disrupt. It's not often these days I find anything I'm like, yeah, that's sweet, and I want to add that all over my mining farm. But that's exactly what happened when I found Altair's 30 amp PDU, a purpose-built crypto mining PDU that's small. It only has as many outlets as I really need on it. It comes equipped with my favorite plug, the L630P, and I've got these all over the farm. Check them out with the link out in the video description below, and don't forget to use code VoskCoin to order yours and save some coin. Not sponsored, but it is an affiliate link. This mine's Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic over the last year is down 18%, but you know, it traded really heavily at the end of 2024. A lot of things picked up in that period. To be honest, it was pretty exciting. We're all thinking, oh, maybe it's the altcoin bull run. Maybe not, loser. Maybe not. Maybe not. ETC, you know, whether you love the coin, even know about it, hate it, probably never used it, even though it's a platform cryptocurrency. It commands a huge market cap, 2.5 billion. It's the 49th biggest cryptocurrency when ranked by market caps. It is top 5 most profitable coin to mine right now. $208,000 of emission every day there, according to the data here on another emission output aggregator. We can see ETC coming in here at number 6, about 200,000 over there as well. That Litecoin number looked inaccurate on Mining Pool stats, and at this rate, Caspa will be down here with many of the other altcoins towards the bottom of this list at that trajectory, going from a couple million to a couple 100,000. It's been very painful as a CAS miner. Just another frustrating experience as an altcoin miner, but nothing was more frustrating than the $30,000 ALF miner that now burns more in electricity than it earns in coins mined every day, mining ALF, which is a lithium barely eclipsing $10,000 in emissions there. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm or whining, but I wanted to take the time to illustrate that, like, I would never buy another Bombax miner. And this is the problem with these companies that, like, you've never heard of, and they show up, and you know, will they stick around? And that's why there's such a premium attached to the major brands that have been around for like a decade, for example, like Bitmain. And that's why people will choose those over these other, you know, fly-by-night type brands. The only new brand I've seen recently that I've been impressed with so far, we'll see how it goes long term, is BitDeer and their Seal Miner series. But they have big money behind them. They're already a publicly traded stock. Okay, not that that means so much, but it's a lot more just accountability and transparency than, say, like this random ass bombaxminer.com company has. So I don't know, it's frustrating, it's disappointing, and there's just been so many poor miner acquisitions. I can't think of any shitcoin miners that I've picked up over the last year that I've actually been happy about other than Dogecoin miners. Literally every other mining category has been a poor investment, and I would be so much further along on my mining farm, build and operation, daily profitability, longevity, viability, just like straight up better business if all of those rigs were actually just Bitcoin miners. And the secondary bet there would have been Dogecoin miners, and depending on getting into Doge miners at the right time would have been the better play, a more lucrative play if you take a snapshot of current times. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Everything basically keeps coming back to ASIC mining is the only viable mining option these days, because like, what's the good GPU coin to mine? And there's so many GPUs just deployed in this AI era. GPU mining is dead and gone, sadly. I mean, it was an incredible golden era. I'm so thankful I was able to be part of that, but it is dead and gone now. CPU mining, you have server farms to contend with, but honestly, it's a better option than GPU mining these days. Hard drive mining was an absolutely failed endeavor. It's cool premise, but it's heavily dominated by Chinese miners, and then just a very big lack of projects worth hard drive mining. So then you just end up with a couple ASIC mined coins. Not super exciting, but at least you kind of know what the situation is and what you get. So yeah, it's a no for me, dog. If you want to buy these, you let me know. I want to get rid of these before they're worthless. It's disappointing because Ethereum Classic has been an interesting altcoin mining play, right? It's like, oh, I want to mine, but I don't want to mine, say, like Bitcoin, right? Because there's so much competition there. Okay. Well, then maybe Dogecoin. It's like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people are fixated on Doge, and Doge is merge mine script. So it's merge mining Litecoin there at the same time, and some other worthless coins. So maybe what's next? It's like, well, Castle's been an awful move the last year on the mining front. Ethereum Classic? It's like, actually, yeah, Ethereum Classic has a big emission, but Ethereum Classic has just never had good miner support. It's really been dominated by these weird companies, Bombax, Jasminer, Apollo, right? And then Bitmain in the equation, in and out a few times. It just hasn't been a good play. I don't know. I sound redundant. I don't know. That's it. That's the end of the video. So I'll see you later on Vosk. 10 seconds of tails. We close out every video in style, and I hope I'm not like boring today. Maybe I sound stressed. I'm just like frustrated. I'm like irritated with this stuff. It's just getting tired of this shit, Grandpa. And for what it's worth, I'm not actively repeating these mistakes. You know, I'm keeping my eyes open, always trying to evolve and adjust and move there, but every time I look back on some of the previous moves, and it's just not great.